I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this device. We've seen your comments in chat. We've seen your comments on YouTube, but it is coming. It is here. It is probably the most requested peripheral we've had in a long, long, long time. This is the Raikiri II.
And not just the most requested. The hype machine matches the quality on this one, I think. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that this is, I think, my favorite peripheral that we have released this year. Like straight up. I've been playing Hades 2 with it all week and I'm in love. It's so freaking good.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this, and I think that you're gonna like what you finally get it in your hands. It is. I've seen some people were able to pre-order it. When I'm looking at the Best Buy page right now, it doesn't have a pre-order button, but it should be on shelf in the next couple weeks. So this is coming very, very, very soon.
I got to look at my Best Buy page. I'm just curious if my experience is the same as
I know.
yours.
I was literally talking to someone in our Discord about it today, and they're like, "Oh, the pre-order button went up real fast, and I snatched it, and now it's gone." So I don't know if they're like kind of
Yeah,
trickling out
it's coming
pre-orders
soon.
or if it's a regional thing or what. But you can click. There's a notify me button that will notify you when it's on shelf, which will be very soon as well. So, all right, let's open it up. There are a lot of accessories to show off before you even get to the controller.
Right. So you open the top of your box and you're presented with a
Another
hard shell
box.
case. A hard shell case? No, not another box. A hard shell
I know. I'm
case,
kidding.
right? But
It's a hard shell case.
almost. And we're going to
Very
save
nice
that
case.
for last. We're going to go with all the accessories. So you've got your manual, which no one reads. We got your stickers, which everyone sticks on everything. What else we got? What else we got?
See, question chat. Will this work on Xbox wirelessly? Yes, yes, it will. It works with Xbox wirelessly using the USB dongle. That is how you would need to. It would still be wireless. You don't need a cable, but that is how you would connect it to the Xbox wirelessly. And it is designed and made with Xbox in mind. So this works on Xbox Series X and S, as well as your PC and the ROG Ally. You will notice when Jake opens it up, it has the command center and library buttons designed for the ROG Xbox Ally. So if you're using that as just kind of in a living room setup with a dock or an XG Mobile or something like that, this
Ooh,
was made to work with
are
that.
these
Yeah, okay.
feet?
So they're feet for the charging dock. So inside the
Ah,
case, you will find this charging dock, like a wireless charging dock where you plop the controller on, it kind of clicks into place or whatever. And if the dock is plugged in, it will charge your controller. So you don't have to unplug it and plug it. You just boop, plop it on the dock. And then the dock has a few different modes. So
oh, no, the wrong
here,
way.
Jake, I'll show you. Look, you also notice there's a little rubber thing on the back of the case, Jake. Did you see that? That
Oh,
lets
like
you
for an
charge.
insert. So if you want to charge, yeah, with your
You can
controller in the
charge the
case,
gamepad
yeah.
in the case, which is so cool.
Right. So you could even keep your, this on your desk or wherever you want to put it on a bookshelf in the case, have it all nicely mounted here with all of your accessories built in. But there's the controller right here, sits in the case. As you mentioned, we have this dock here, which again can be rested and utilized within the case. But once you remove it, do we flip it
You can
around?
plug.
So we got these
So
little feet.
there's yeah. So you can either like have it lay flat, or you can put the feet on it the other way, I
Other
believe.
way,
Oh no,
other way.
that might be
I'm
it.
not sure because there's
No, no, no. You had it.
USB.
You had it.
There's an A
Because
and a C.
one of the pegs is longer than the other, so you'll see how it fits. I think you had it right the
Oh,
first
okay.
time.
Yep.
And so that puts the dock at a bit more of an angle. So depending on where you put the dock and like how high the shelf is or whatever, like you may find it easier to fit it one way or another. But
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. You just
And
plop it on, and if the dock is plugged in, it'll charge.
and I think the feed is again totally optional. So if you don't want to use them, it's still going to function. It's going to sit, pretty much right on its own feet on your desk, and it will charge accordingly. Um, and we have what extra thumbsticks as well.
Yep,
So
extra little thumbstick caps in there you can throw
so
on. I believe are those longer than the stock ones?
yes, they are
I'm not
slightly
positive. Yeah, there
longer.
you
So
go.
if you like taller
They
thumbsticks,
pop right off.
they come right off. Yep, you just pull on them, and then I've
Gives you a
actually
little bit more
never
fine
installed one
grained
of these
control.
before, so we're doing it live. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Um, I think I like the
I know some people
default.
dig that. Yeah, I like the standard ones just because that's what I'm used to. But
It gives you a little bit more
I understand
precision.
the value of the taller ones. Yeah, they
Yeah,
give you more
yeah,
precision. And so if you get used to it, I could see how that
yeah.
would be a nice advantage. So, as you can kind of tell, someone's asking, is there a pro version of this one like the last Raikiri? This kind of is the pro version, right? This is the Raikiri 2 instead of having two SKUs, at least for right now. This is the one we have, and we decided to just make this kind of the pro model. So you've got those replaceable sticks. so that you can give the sticks different heights. You have the trigger stops on the back, right? So you can switch it into a short throw trigger. You have 4 back buttons on the back. All of those features from the Raikiri Pro are on the Raikiri 2. So just in case there's any confusion, like this is what you would consider a successor to the Pro model, if that makes sense.
Some other details in the back here, you have basically your Bluetooth or your dongle switch here, right? So Bluetooth or dongle, and then Xbox
Or
or
wired.
PC,
Yeah.
which is cool, or wired. Yep.
And then right under that, you got this little flap right there, Jake. I don't know if you see that. That's where your dongle goes.
Yeah, it's plugged
You can
in
store the dongle
because
in
it
the
was.
controller, which
Uh,
I always love when you can do that. Great. So, people asking a lot of questions in chat. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so it is a tri-mode device. So you can connect it 3 different ways. You can use the dongle for ultra low latency 2.4 gigahertz. You can use Bluetooth if you don't want to carry the dongle with you. You forget your dongle, like I do sometimes. You can
mhm.
still connect it to your PC with Bluetooth,
Or
or you can
use it
use
on your
wired
phone.
USB-C.
Yep.
Yeah, Bluetooth works on your phone, stuff like that. The 2.4 gigahertz and USB-C cable, both of those connections are certified for use on the Xbox Series X and X. So you can use this with your PC, your Xbox, or your ROG Ally handheld. Like I said, it has those command center and library buttons built into it too. The 2.4 gigahertz connection uses ROG Speed Nova wireless tech, so that does have a 1,000 hertz polling rate. I saw that. Asked Chronic Mayhem was asking that in chat.
Mhm.
Yes, 1,000 hertz polling rate on the wireless. But here's what's cool. So the joysticks are TMR. Some of you I see in chat already know what that is. Basically, these are drift resistant joysticks, kind of like Hall Effect, but they're more accurate while consuming less power. So really nice inclusion there if you want to leave joystick drift in the past. The triggers are analog. Like I mentioned, they have those trigger stops, and every one of the buttons, the back buttons, the bumpers, uh, the face buttons, and the D pad use these micro switches. So instead of having that full button travel on like the ABXY buttons, you get just this little, you probably can't hear that. There you go, Jake. This little click. It's very kind of like a light clicking sound, but the button does not travel all the way up and down. It's very small travel. And that's nice because, I mean, look, to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. When I
Dude,
first tried it out, I was like,
it was my
okay,
number
this
one
feels
question.
cool, but
Yeah.
what is it going to feel like when you're actually gaming? And what I didn't really realize until I actually played like Hades with it is that because you have such little travel, it's almost like a gaming keyboard that has a very high actuation point,
Mhm.
right?
Yep. Yep.
It
That's
just
great.
is very responsive. So
Insanely responsive. Like,
yeah, and so I'm in love with it. Like, this is my new controller, straight up.
I think so
Um,
too. And like, yeah, I don't know. There's certain things that make it feel like an Xbox controller, but distinctly different too. Like the
mm,
familiarity of an Xbox controller, if you're used to that, if you like that, it's there,
the
right?
shape, very much Xboxy. It's got the asymmetrical sticks, which that's the only stick layout that I can use anymore. Like
Mhm.
this is the only stick and button layout that I can use. So it fits in your hand the same way an Xbox controller does, but with some differences that make it feel noticeably different. All right, Jake's leaving. Cool. I'll keep talking. So, like I said, those micro switches are on the face buttons, but they're also on the D-pad. They're also on the bumpers on top. And if you use the trigger stops on the trigger, they don't just stop. These turn into micro switch triggers. So they have that same little clicky feel. Every button on this has that click except for like the start and library, command center buttons, all that stuff. Oh, there you go. Look at those all side by side.
Yeah. So this is the new Raikiri 2. This is the Raikiri Pro, the original Raikiri, and this is just an Xbox controller. And yeah, a lot of similarities, right?
Jake,
Obviously, the extra buttons make a big difference. I think if you're, especially if you're gaming with the Ally and with the new FSE coming in.
100%.
One thing I'm super excited for, like we said, we have the original update for the Ally coming out, and I'm going to take my OG Ally with an XG Mobile, set that up on my TV, and use the
Oh,
Raikiri with it, and then it's just like a fully kitted, 4090 gaming Ally with all of the control and functionality of these buttons in that experience from my couch.
so
Like,
you can bring up command center with the
precisely all of
yeah.
that right on my
Oh,
controller
that's
is phenomenal. So That sounds really cool to me, and you can't do that with these older controllers, so that's definitely one of the things I'm most excited for.
I'm seeing some questions about the back buttons. Can you configure these? Yes, of course, you will be able to configure these if you don't want to use them. I see some people saying I don't use back buttons. Can I turn them off? Yes, you can do that too. I have not been using them for Hades, and it's totally fine. Even if I accidentally hit them, nothing happens. Battery life. So you can get up to 50 hours of battery life using the 2.4 gigahertz wireless play on a single charge. That's with RGB audio and vibration turned off. So if you have those things on, it may last a little less than 50 hours, but nothing to sneeze at for sure. Love the subtle RGB around the side, the really clean look of the controller in general, and it's got some anti-slip stuff here on the grips too, which I have also come to really love.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of person that gets sweaty hands when you
Yeah,
play.
and this RGB, I usually game in a dark room. When I shut the lights off in here, this room is pitch black, and oh man, it kind of adds to the experience of just having that little bit of subtle glow in your hand is quite nice.
Not too bright in your eyes if you're playing in the dark.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not, and it's mostly in your hands, which kind of feels cool, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where
But again,
most of the RGB.
RGB also configurable
Yep.
in Armory Crate. See people in chat saying we want a white version. No white version to announce yet, but that would be cool. I agree. So yes, this is the ROG Raikiri II. I know you guys have been asking for this. It will be available very soon. I know in the US, it should be out in the next couple of weeks, I'm told. You'll be able to find it at Best Buy. The page is already up. You can get notified as soon as it's on shelf. I'm going to drop that in chat. You can, of course, if you're watching this after the fact, head down to the video description to check out the link for where to buy in your region as well. And yeah, I've been playing with it all week and I am in love. It is a huge, even if you guys have played with the original Raikiri or the Raikiri Pro, this is a whole new level
Yeah.
to me of just quality and features, and it's yeah.
You said it
Our
earlier.
team really outdid themselves on this.
You were hesitant about the new buttons. They are different. They are distinctly different, and I'm in love. Right? They feel phenomenal. The amount of just the response time on them, how snappy they are, and how punchy they feel compared to some other controllers made by other manufacturers. Some buttons are mushy, some buttons are snappy, and these are
Yeah,
really, really snappy. I'm
really
not,
snappy.
which is what I like. Right? I think this is probably the snappiest button I've ever felt.
I didn't
So
realize it was what I liked.
yeah,
Like that's it's just, and again, like it's one of those things that you can sit here and you can do this with it, not connected to anything, and be like, oh, that feels cool. But until you actually play with it, you don't necessarily know how it's going to feel. And so I was very nervous to hook it up, but I found that I fell in love with it almost immediately. Like playing Hades, especially because you're just like button mashing, right? I can mash that button so much faster when I don't have to travel it all 3 millimeters or whatever.
the grips I wouldn't call them like overly grippy, but there's enough grip. Like there's definitely enough grip there to feel good.
It's more subtle than some of the other rubber grips I have felt on other controllers. And it's it does have a texture to it, but
Yeah.
again, like it's a very subtle texture. I think it's really well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
It's not too much. And I know that that's some of that's like a personal preference thing, but
For sure. Yep. I mean that's true for literally all peripherals. Everyone has their own preference. Some people are gonna want those mushy oatmeal pudding buttons. These aren't them.
yes, Chronic Mayhem, the bumpers are also clicky. Literally everything, almost everything on this is clicky. The bumpers, the triggers, if you use the trigger stops, are clicky. The D-pad, the face buttons, the back buttons, all of them have those same kind of micro switch, very light clicky feel, which is cool. I dig it. So, Jake, you want to? I don't know if you have this pulled up. Do you have the Best Buy page pulled up
I do.
so we can briefly show people before we close it off and move it on here? Yeah. So there you go, guys. I pasted that link in chat if you guys want to go check it out. If you're in the US, Best Buy. If you're in a different region, again, click the link in the description of the video. It'll take you to the where to buy page for your region. And many of those retailers will have a notify me button so you can get notified as soon as it's on shelf. Again, very, very soon. Okay. It is not Best Buy exclusive, Chronic Mayhem, in the US. It should be coming to other retailers as well, I'm told. So But I think Best Buys might have it first, just because again we ship them out to retailers and then they put them up when they have them and stuff. Um, so my understanding is that Best Buy should is going to be the first to have it on shelf because I think they already have a lot of their units. So that is it for our main topic today, guys. As always, this is just part of our show. Don't leave yet. If you want to see the full ROG Pulse stream, you can tune in every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. That's when we do our full hour-long show. We do giveaways, we talk about games, we answer your questions, not just about the products we unbox, but about any of our products. So be sure to tune in live if you want to see the whole thing. We cut down just the main topic for YouTube. And to see even more awesome ROG gear, follow and subscribe right here on the ROG Twitch and YouTube channels because Jake is always streaming games using his ROG gear, including soon the Raikiri II controller.